Hey Stampers, it's Madeline from the Wonderland I am here with my Stamparatus and Sheltering Tree. The Stamparatus will be available to you with the new annual catalog that I gave you a little sneak peek on the other day. This will sell for $49.99 and it is an amazing, amazing tool. I absolutely love it. I bought this stamp set after staring at it for probably over a year, and it was funny that the Stamparatus instructions, the image on it was Sheltering Tree. So I thought, perfect way to play with it myself and show you by using the stamp set that I have been dreaming about that showed up on here. So we're going to do a project, just a quick project to kind of show you the ins and outs of the Stamparatus and make a really cute, easy card. What you're going to need. So I am using the Stamparatus. This is a card you can make without the Stamparatus, but I am using the Stamparatus. Sheltering Tree, comes in clear photopolymer and it is carrying over. Yay! I'm using Old Olive, Fresh Fig, and Soft Suede for my ink colors. And then for my papers, I'm just making a card front. So you can attach this to a card base when you're done. That is cut at 4 1/4 on a piece of 8 1/2 by 11. Fresh Fig, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Old Olive, 4 by 5 1/4, and then a piece of Very Vanilla that's cut at 3 3/4 by 5. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit about the Stamparatus real quick. So the Stamparatus is an awesome tool. You may have seen it already from other demonstrators. I have been waiting for this. They have tools out there like the Misty and things like that, but nothing will compare to this Stamparatus, and let me tell you why. This has 2 clear plates here that are interchangeable. They come right out, so you just have like this blank thing, and that is what I love about it. You can use both of these at once if you wanted to, or you can have them ready. You can take this out, you can have them ready to switch out if you wanted to. You could put stamps on both sides and switch it around, so like we'll get to play with it, but I could put one stamp here, stamp down, turn this around, stamp again. And then I could make a bunch of cards. So if you're making invitations or a bunch of thank you cards, this is perfect for doing lots of cards of one design at once. But my favorite thing about this is that if I mess up, even if a stamp is clear, it is so hard to restamp it. This makes it so that you are able to restamp it, and I'll show you some examples of that. So it has a really nice foam pad in here. It says Stampin' Up! On it for when we're using clear photopolymer stamps. If you're using the red rubber, you can use it right clear like this. Sheltering Tree is photopolymer, so we are going to use this. It comes with 2 of these super strong magnets that you have to be very careful with. I have to put people put washi tape on it, like duct tape, just to be able to grab onto it better. You want to make sure that these guys don't touch because they can snap in half, and it's very, very powerful. It is hard to pick up. So I am happy about that because it will hold down my paper the way that I want it to. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my Very Vanilla on here. I'm going to line it up with the top of this line on Stampin' Up! So that way I know where I have it. These can be placed down and it can be stamped with these on there, which I love. It's just a great, fabulous tool. So I'm counting down till you can all get this. Okay, so this is how it works. I'm going to take out my Sheltering Tree. I'm going to do the branches first. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to place it where I want it. So I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so I have it there. I'm going to fold this down. This is going to pick up my stamp. Okay. All right, so now my tree is on my clear mount here, or on my pad here, okay? So I know where my tree is going to go. So I have it right there. I'm opening this back up. Now I'm going to ink it up. So there's going to be a lot of movement just because I want you to see all of the steps. So I'm going to open up my soft suede. I'm going to just tap lightly on my tree trunk here. Get it nice and inked. Okay. This is where it's going to take practice for me. Just knowing how much is good pressure for the inking. Okay. And they did tell us that if you get ink on the clear part, it's not going to affect your card. So we'll see. This can be a trial run. I'm going to have to put a lot of pressure. This might need to be re-inked, I think. Okay. So I have it nice and inked. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to press down on my stamp. Get it nice and pressed. Okay. So we can tell that the stamp is not coming down on here. So what do I need to do in order to fix that? I really don't think that this got inked correctly. All right, we'll be right back. I'm just going to re-ink this really quick. Okay, so we are back. It was the ink. It wasn't inked properly. So I'm getting this nice and stamped. And I'm going to stamp down. Okay, so I'm going to press really hard on this. Get it nice and smooth. There we go. If I'm not happy with this image, I can go back and I can clean it up. And as you can see, it didn't, the excess here that got on the plate, that didn't show up on the card. So that was really nice to know that that doesn't affect the card image. All right, so I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. All right, so do I want to go back and re-ink? I'm going to try a little bit because I don't like how some of the bark didn't really go on there. So I can kind of see which branches. All right, and I'm going to press down. So I'm just kind of using the inside of my fist, you know, to rub it down. There we go. I like the base being more full. So I'm going to wipe off all this extra ink, and just a baby wipe takes it right off. Okay, so we can leave the tree on there if we want to, or we can put it back. So it's really up to you. I'm just going to clean it up, but I'm actually going to leave it on here as if I'm going to make this card again. All right, so now we're going to do the leaves on the inside. So I'm going to take this out and just set it aside. I'm going to take this plate and I'm going to move it here, but it's up to you. You could leave it up there if you want. All right, so I'm going to do the leaves in here. So what I'm going to do is take it out of my set here. So we've got our leaves. There they are. I'm going to place them where I want them on here. So I'm going to move this magnet up. I'm going to put the leaves. They're going to be a little bit off the page, I think. There we go. I'm going to attach it on. So I'm using that inside part of my fist. I'm going to lift up gently because now my magnet is almost on the, it's on the edge of it. I'm going to use Old Olive to do this part. Get it nice and inked. This is nice and inked, you can tell. I am just going to wipe off the sides, but you don't have to. All right, I'm gonna place it down. I'm gonna use my inside of my fist, just give it a lot of pressure. There we go. So this would be nice if you wanted to move the leaves a little bit. You could do like orange or yellow. I'm gonna leave it like this. But it's nice because if I didn't get the color that I wanted on the leaves, this is the perfect tool just to re-stamp because it's right there. So you don't need to worry about that. You don't have to worry about getting exactly where it was because this takes care of all that. It is just amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the, they have like the little swing. We're going to put the swing in this. And I'm going to do it in fresh fig. So this is showing how you can just use a little tiny stamp. I'm going to decide where I want it. I'm going to close this up. Get it on there. Okay, I'm going to use my fresh fig. Stamp it up lightly. Close it. Use the inside of my fist. There we go. There's our cute little swing. And then I'm going to do the sentiment in the fresh fig as well. All right, so I'm going to take my swing off and just put it on the other plate for right now. The extra plate also helps to hold my stamps that I'm not using. So I'm going to do Thinking of You, and I'm going to have it down here, the bottom of the tree. And I'm going to show you how this helps when you're having issues with getting your stamp inked up, okay? All right, so I'm going to get the magnet fully on here so that we know this isn't going to move on us. And I'm going to just by accident not stamp all of the word, okay? So we're doing this on purpose, so let's just get the U out of there. All right, so we're going to pretend like I stamped the whole thing. I have it inked down. I think I'm all set. Oh no, the U isn't there. So what do I do now? If I was using a clear acrylic block, I'm going to be honest, there would probably be no way for me to go back in and try to get it exactly. But with this, I'm going to re-ink this up nice. I can go right back in there. I'm in the same place I was in. See, and it still didn't get all my... I'm really showing off how great a stamper I am here. But I can go back a few times and get it, see? And it's going over the same image over and over again. So even if you wanted something darker, like see how this is getting a little bit darker, you could use that technique as well. All right, so we are done. Oh, I did get some ink on the magnet, so be careful of that. If you have excess ink on the plate like I do, it does show up on the magnet, so that's good to know. All right, so we're going to take this out. We're going to build our card now. So here is our top of the card, and here are our other pieces. So we have fresh fig, old olive, and then the card front that we just made. And we're going to use adhesive, and you can just put it all together. We can add a ribbon if we want. And there is what our finished card would look like. So just a quick introduction of how the Stampin' Up! Stamparatus works. It will be available to you as soon as the annual catalog releases. If you've been my customer in the past year, I will be sending out the annual catalog so you'll get them on time for the release. If you'd love a catalog, I'd love to be your demonstrator, so please reach out to me, comment below, or email me, and I would be happy to add you to my list to send you out a catalog and be your demonstrator. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Make sure to hit the red subscribe button and the bell so that you don't miss another one of the Wonderland Stampers videos. Thanks so much for watching. For now, keep stamping, Stampers. Bye.